I think that would be an extraordinarily constructive addition to our politics, because at the end of the day, if people only focus on those who they think are going to vote for them, then we're going to have an increasingly polarized electorate, right?
Yes.
So, you know, I think that there could be a natural constituency in the white working class for Hillary Clinton. Obviously, the white working class voted for Bill Clinton in overwhelming numbers. So it's not, to me, it's not so much an ideological opposition to either the Democratic or the Republican elites. It's a sense that people just don't care about those like you.
Exactly right. They don't care.
Exactly. And, you know, that feeling, unfortunately, if you think about the political dialogue that we're already starting to have, you know, both on the left and the right, there's a movement to sort of gloat over the fact that the elites were right about Donald Trump, right? I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. And but I've noticed this willingness from people who think a lot like I do that, look, we told you so. To all these white working class voters, we told you so. We told you that Trump was going to be a terrible candidate. We told you that you were an idiot if you voted for him. The problem is, if you take that attitude of sort of gloating over Trump's defeat, then you're playing into the very thing that gave rise to Trump in the first place, which is a feeling that the elites think that they're smarter than you and just think you're a bunch of idiots.
Mm-hmm. What impact have writing this book had on you? I mean, other than the fact that it made you think deeply about where you came from,
sure,
you know, and what impact an understanding of your own community might make.
Yeah, well, it's for the first time exposed me to the wild world of internet trolls who criticize everything that you do.
They follow you everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. It's very interesting. The internet is, you know, a den of vipers, as I like to say. No, I mean, I think the biggest impact that it's had on my life, obviously, is that it's sort of, you know, it's sort of forced me to confront the fact that I sort of exist uneasily in the world of the elites, and I exist uneasily in the world of the non-elites back home. And I'll always feel most comfortable back in Middletown, Ohio. But I realize that as I'm you know, the media sort of asked me to be this spokesman for the white working class voter who's voting for Trump, right? But as somebody who doesn't like Trump myself, I understand where Trump's voters come from, but I also don't like Trump himself, and that's made me realize that maybe I'm not quite part of either world totally.
Hillbilly Elegy is a book, a memoir of family and culture in Christ. As J.D. Vance has said, you know, he has somehow in this year, by David Brooks and others, a lot others, have come to sort of be the person that they think, that readers think, and that people who write criticisms of books and talk to him and look to him as someone who really does understand, because that's where he came from, where I came from, and therefore listening to him. Hillbilly Elegy. Back in a moment. Stay with us.